So Bill Gates has sent a huge warning to all Dogecoin and crypto investors. Before we talk about that, let's look at what Robert Kiyosaki had to say about crypto. Kiyosaki tweeted that he still sees the future of Bitcoin as a bright one. However, he is preparing to see Bitcoin test a new bottom. It seems that Robert, who is invested in Bitcoin, as well as gold and silver, as per his earlier tweets, is prepared for the leading crypto to go down as low as 20K, 14K, or even 9K. Kiyosaki says he is still bullish on Bitcoin long-term because he believes the Federal Reserve and U.S. Treasury to be corrupt organizations. On January 24, he tweeted that should Bitcoin test the 20K support, he would go and grab more of it. He also mentioned that he had bought Bitcoin on the dip when it dropped to 9K and 6K. And now let's come to the naysayers. So Peter Schiff yesterday tweeted that he was surprised to see Bitcoin holding up this well, meaning the 30K zone. Schiff reckons that this is nothing but a bull trap whose goal is to lure in more investors. I think that Peter Schiff might be trying to instill even more FUD in the market. He clearly wants people to buy more gold since he's a gold bull. And now, let's come to Bill Gates. Bill Gates said that he had not distributed any of his wealth into cryptos. He said he likes investing in things that have valuable output, arguing digital assets do not fit this bill. Basically, Bill Gates was answering some questions on one of Reddit's interactive posts. Gates disclosed he invests in things with valuable output, such as companies that could make great products, which is how they justify their value. On the other hand, he said that crypto is just what some other person decides someone else will pay for it, so not adding to society like other investments. At the beginning of 2021 also, Gates talked about cryptos. He predicted that digital currencies will eventually emerge as the main form of payment method. However, he took a neutral view on Bitcoin, saying he is not a holder, nor he would short it. Shortly after, he warned people to be utterly careful when investing in Bitcoin as they could suffer severe financial losses. He further advised everyone who has less money than Elon Musk to watch out when diving into the digital asset universe. So I think we need to decide if we want to listen to Robert Kiyosaki or Bill Gates in this bear market. There's one more multi-billionaire who has been dropping huge hints lately. I'm talking about Jeff Bezos here. Before I talk about that, let's look at what Elon Musk just did. Musk reacted to a tweet from Marcus which touched on fitting in and tribalism. So Marcus had said that if the tribe that people join becomes bullies, they will as well but still maintain an air of moral superiority to outsiders. And Musk said these were wise words. In the same thread, Marcus asked people to recognize their tribes and watch their behavior and ask themselves the question if they are the baddies. Similarly, on Wednesday, reacting to a tweet on party affiliations, Bezos heaped praise on Marcus. That time, Marcus had tweeted about the bad behavior shown by both Republicans and Democrats towards moderates. Bezos had said, "Seen you refer to yourself as a shit poster, but maybe you're mostly just a wise poster." Marcus replied to Bezos, "I am a dopamine addict tweeting whatever random thought comes to the top of my head all day and getting overly rewarded for it in brain chemicals." Now, as I've been saying, Jeff Bezos has had eyes on Dogecoin and its founder for a while, and I think he'll continue to keep an eye on them in the coming months too. Now let's talk about some Dogecoin metrics. According to Into the Block data, the profitability of Dogecoin has slightly increased to 53% after dropping below 50% following price declines earlier in May. Also, on-chain signals are currently showing bullish indications for it. Also, the percentage of addresses that have held Dogecoin for more than a year is presently 62%, and 33% of addresses have held the asset for a year, while only 4% have held onto their assets for barely less than a month. This just means that we're seeing more and more long-term holders for Dogecoin right now. Now let's talk about Bitcoin for a minute, since its correlation with Dogecoin is so high right now. Rect Capital said that Bitcoin's relative strength index is reaching a level that historically signals a bounce could be on the horizon for the top crypto asset by market cap. He said that Bitcoin's RSI reaching March 2020 levels represents a best-case scenario for a Bitcoin bottom being very close. However, RSI levels dipped much lower in 2015 and 2018 to reach a bear market bottom. Should RSI levels go lower, the black higher low could be a point of reversal. According to him, the previous 3 times Bitcoin's RSI dipped to the area it is near now, a bear market bottom was found, igniting a recovery. Bitcoin RSI is now entering a period that has historically preceded outsized returns on investment for long-term investors. Previous reversals from this area include January 2015, December 2018, and March 2020. Rect Capital says that Bitcoin's RSI recently reached the same level it was in March 2020, before Bitcoin kicked off a rally that saw it climb up all the way through the end of the year. Another indicator we need to look at is the MACD cross. It is one of the most common ways of determining local reversal points and bottoms. The signal appeared on Bitcoin shortly after the first crypto entered the consolidation cycle. On 5th April, the market saw the opposite cross of the indicator, which suggested a bearish reversal that had launched the asset below 30K. By applying the 50 and 200-day moving average on the charts, traders can determine whether an asset moves in an uptrend or downtrend. By using a combination of indicators, it is possible to filter all reversal signals that are happening while an asset moves in the downtrend. Now the thing is that since Bitcoin remains under the 200-day moving average, it should be considered an asset that moves in the downtrend, which is why opening a long order would bring more risks than usual. But then Bloomberg revealed that the recent happenings and overall poor performance of the crypto markets this year have not deterred investors. According to the report, despite market losses, crypto ETPs have seen major inflows this week. Bloomberg disclosed that crypto ETPs received about $106 million in inflows this week. According to Bloomberg Intelligence, investors piling up funds in crypto ETPs may be preparing themselves for a bull run following the crash. James Seyffart, a Bloomberg Intelligence ETF analyst, said, "This is bottom calling. People have probably been waiting for a time to get into Bitcoin, and why not while it's under 30K?" Seyffart also added that there were a bunch of outflows in April for crypto funds around the world. But that started to change so far in May with money coming in, and another data came from Bitcoin whales. So Bitcoin whales by the dip adding 40K Bitcoin worth roughly $1.6 billion to their holdings in just 48 hours. Market researcher Ali Martinez from Santiment, an on-chain and social metrics provider, reported major Bitcoin whales have taken advantage of this chance to increase their holdings. Wallets with 10K to 100K Bitcoin are currently holding 2% more Bitcoin than they were previously after purchasing more than 40K Bitcoin since the price plummeted to 38.2K on April 25. This action not only adds $1.6 billion in purchasing pressure to the market, but it also indicates that significant players are ready to purchase Bitcoin at a discount. Now let's talk about crypto adoption for a minute. So Swiss watchmaker TAG Heuer and online marketplace Shopify now accept crypto payments. The move comes just days after luxury brand Gucci also began accepting crypto payments in the United States. Swiss luxury watchmaker TAG Heuer has partnered with BitPay to accept crypto payments for online purchases in the United States. TAG Heuer will accept payments up to 10K in cryptos per transaction with no minimum transaction value. Customers can buy timepieces and accessories with 12 cryptos, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Wrapped Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Shiba Inu. Shopify accepting cryptos is also a big deal because it could potentially increase the mass adoption of cryptos. Another potential news for adoption came out today. A new survey has found that over 80% of people surveyed would be motivated to take up more physical exercise if they were paid in crypto for their efforts. The survey found that a staggering 40% of people surveyed would be willing to cancel their current physical gym membership for one in the Metaverse. 81% of respondents would be more motivated to stay fit if they were incentivized by crypto payments. And another big news came from Pakistan. It says here that Pakistan can generate tax revenues of at least $90 million each year if authorities impose a 15% tax on crypto transactions. This means that even Pakistan sees a lot of crypto transactions every single day. And yet another one came from Russia. So Russian Industry and Trade Minister Denis Manturov said that the country will sooner or later legalize cryptos as a means of payment, suggesting that the government and central bank may be moving closer to settling their differences. Now let's come back to Dogecoin for a minute. As you can see, the RSI for Dogecoin is above 33 now. As I mentioned in my previous video, if it goes above 40, it'll be a really bullish signal. Now the thing is that it's been slowly rising since Thursday, and this is really good news for Doge. Do you think we'll get out of the bear market this week? Let me know in the comments section below.